In the year 2890 of the Third Age, the Hobbit Bilbo Baggins was born. The only son to Bilbo Baggins and Belladonna Took. Growing up, Bilbo was a curious hobbit and always wanted news from the outside world. So naturally, when the wizard Gandalf arrived to the Shire, he would take interest, which led the wizard to handpick him for his adventure to reclaim Erebor, the Lonely Mountain. After this incredible journey and his findings of the One Ring, Bilbo would return to the Shire, but life as he knew it would be changed. Bilbo would know the dark terrors in the world, and this would make him not so joyful around the other hobbits who tend to not think outside of their homeland. To make matters worse, jealousy consumed many of the hobbits, who thought they would get rights to his lands and treasures as he was presumed dead after being gone for so long. Bilbo would buy back most of his possessions just for the simple matter to keep the peace. Others, such as the Sackville Bagginses, would give Bilbo problems for years, and even more so when he adopted Frodo, his second cousin once removed, and a Brennybuck on his mother's side, as his heir. Bilbo would use his ring to hide from hobbits that he wanted to avoid, and the ones he liked, he would be generous. This would result in a great friendship with the Gamgees, and the two houses would coordinate on landscaping and farm work. Samwise Gamgee would even become his student, and would learn to read and write. They would cover poetry, and Bilbo would tell him tales of the elder days. These stories would make Bilbo restless, as he was desperate for another adventure. The ring would also begin to take a toll on him, as he was the ring bearer for over 6 decades. After his birthday bash surprise, Bilbo would travel to Rivendell, and at some point, he would return to the Lonely Mountain for a final visit, and then, of course, return back to Rivendell for his last settlement. There, between 3003 and 3018 of the Third Age, Bilbo would write his book that is famously called the Red Book of Westmarch. He would also learn Elvish and scribe the Book of the Elder Days, which he titled Translations from the Elvish. Eventually, Bilbo would reach the age of 131, and his time on Middle-earth would end. Though there is no record of his fate, we hope the light of the blessed realm of Valinor shine bright on his last days.